This is my narrative video about my cats. Animals help lower blood pressure and to let people, especially the elderly, give company. However, they help with any disease like epilepsy. Any animal can do this process for helping us. However, I prefer cats. Most of the time, cats can take care of themselves. All they need is shelter, food, water, and litter. With a busy lifestyle, cats are better to have than the owners won't have to worry about them being home by themselves. I have 5 cats in my parents' house and 3 kitties at my fiance's place. To start off, I'm going to talk about my cats in my parents' house. Fluffy's the first cat I've ever had. Fluffy is a red and white Turkish fan. This is one of the most common side breeds of the Turkish fan. Her body is solidly built to withstand cold weather. Her body is also well-rounded at the rib cage and muscular at the hips. Fluffy is intelligent, agile, alert, and companionable. She's lively at certain times. However, she is 15 years old, so it's hard to be like she used to be when she was a kitten. Fluffy needs regular grooming, otherwise her fur grows into little balls, which would be called matted fur. On the other hand, she still has the semi-long fur that is soft and silky. Flurry and Flurry are the next two because they're the same breed. The breed of these 2 females, the Russian Blue, is supposed to be slender, graceful, and lean. However, Flirty used to be slender, but now she is fat since she likes food, whereas Flurry did not enjoy food that much. Also, their bodies are fine bone. Their coat needs to have daily grooming since they can tolerate cool temperatures. The Russian Blue has short, dense, and plush fur. Most of the time, this breed can be demanding and intelligent. However, the Russian is very affectionate. This type of cat can quickly become affectionate and devoted to people, be gentle as well as playful, and somewhat shy at times. In fact, Tsar Nicholas II had a Russian Blue by the name of Nashka. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't really speak Russian, so correct me if I'm wrong. Furry, the mother hen, died a couple years ago on Thanksgiving. Mom wanted a cat similar to Furry, and that's how we ended up with Flirty. We got her from one of our neighbors that had the same cat, well, the same breed of cat next door. Fuzzy's the next cat. His name suits him since he acts like a cop, and he is he's really unknown, and because he could be a mixture of things like many breeds nowadays. Fuzzy is very caring and acts like a parent. He likes to drink water and even took some baths by himself, well, actually on his own free will. Fuzzy likes to eat just about anything. However, he just had 5 teeth pulled recently, so he has to eat more soft food. I can't figure out why he sheds more than a long-haired cat. Normally you see more long-haired cats shed more than others. Chocolate and Buddy are in the next 2. Speaking of that, I don't know if you can see it, but that's Buddy right there. And Chocolate likes rough loving, while Buddy likes soft touch. These attitudes depend on how and where they grew up. In this breed, some of the cats require daily grooming since the majority live in warm climates. The fur is very short that is close lying to the skin. They are active, friendly, and responsive. For example, Chocolate comes to a person like a dog when that person whistles. This person comes naturally, since the breed is usually quiet or less vocal, but they rarely stop purring. The Bombays become naughty if they feel that they are deprived of any type of company. Most of the time they are extremely smart since they enjoy games and fetch naturally. Now for the cats at my fiance's place. Piper, who is a tortoise, and she loves to be covered up in blankets, and as she looks so cute. She is grouchy most of the time, so Brian, to that point, when you get her to purr, Brian calls her purr decent motor. She can lay somewhere for hours by people just like any cat, but she lays on people for the warmth, not the snuggling. Piper admires having a lot of free time to spend for herself. If she gets cantankerous when a person picks her up, that individual has to do is just pet her nicely, you know, like especially at the jaw or the ears, because so it's someplace where they can't get. She will stay, and that's at least if she doesn't have something else on her mind. Shadow's the next cat. Brian and I were trying to find a good name for her since we found her at Cabela's in Prairie du Chien. Her name does actually suit her since she's at one place the 1 minute and then the next place she's another. And she moves so swiftly and quietly for it too. And Shadow, I think she's a Siamese mixed with something else, like maybe a Havana Brown. When she is near me or anyone else, she is very affectionate, quiet, and she is overly cautious to the point where she can actually run away. Shadow is on her third batch of kittens. We kept a couple kittens from her first batch, Stormy and Twitch. Getting ahead of myself here. Twitch had to leave because he was doing the male tomcat thing for the spring. Twitch impregnated his mother for the third batch, so we have no clue what the new batch of kittens will actually look like. On the other hand, Shadow's second batch was born outside since she got out of the house for a little while. So there's no clue who the father was on that, but we think the father was for the same father for the first batch. Stormy comes from the first litter of kittens, as I've already stated, and I think he's part Siamese as well, but who knows what else, because it goes down the line for what you are. And his fur is fluffed. His tail is so fluffy that it actually acts like a feather duster, so it tickles. Stormy loves to cuddle and play, but he doesn't like to cuddle as much as Twitch does. Stormy doesn't like to be covered like Piper either. A person can tell that he belongs to me is because the way he follows me around like a dog. This is not as much to tell about him because he isn't that old, but he can be very funny. So in the end, I have 5 cats in my parents' house and a couple to watch over me at my fiance's house. With a busy lifestyle, cats are better to have since the owners have eventful days. So worrying about the animals all the time isn't necessary with cats. Since cats can take care of themselves most of the time, all they need is food, water, litter, and shelter. I prefer cats over any other pet, so any pet that could help with diseases like epilepsy and high blood pressure, that would be great. And speaking of my epilepsy, I have to look into this, but I should try and see if I could find a dog that could actually be one of those. They have to be with me for so many months and everything. It's kind of hard with my epilepsy. And it has been proven that animals could help people.